I never listened to Summrs in my life. Like, ever.
Alright, so recently Cenat kind of dissed Summrs and it immediately blew up in his face. The whole situation is super random, but the backlash was pretty interesting. So anyways, let's get into it. So I'm going to start by playing the full clip.
Hi, you fuck with Summrs?
Huh?
You fuck with Summrs?
Summrs, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's my client.
Oh,
His
word?
manager.
Oh, shit, word? Okay.
Yeah, new project soon.
New project?
Yeah.
How you like managing it?
How do I like managing him?
Yeah, like how do you like the managing game?
Love it, bro.
Love it?
And
That's
Reno's
fine.
the best, bro.
Where you from?
I'm from Los Angeles, but I live out here right now.
Okay, how you liking it?
I love it, bro. New York City.
New York City.
World.
In the world, gang.
Yeah, no.
In the world.
Yeah, thanks for showing love to,
Oh, yeah.
to Big Reno.
For sure, bro. I never listened to Summrs in my life. Like, ever. What's that?
So basically, Cenat and Summrs' manager happened to be at like a Met Gala party, or the Met Gala, I don't know. And his manager's like, yo, you mess with Summrs, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, Kai immediately puts on like his overly enthusiastic personality and is like, oh yeah, of course, love him. Starts asking the manager questions about himself, like strikes up a whole little conversation. It's small talk, but you know, he's being friendly. And then afterwards is like, I've never listened to a Summrs song in my life. Now, he probably didn't think anything of this at all, and his chat didn't either. It was just like a small moment from that like Met Gala stream, but he got clipped on Twitter, and the backlash was way, way, way larger than I thought. Summrs is a really cult fan base, especially on Twitter. Like a lot of those Twitter underground accounts were like borderline Summrs fan pages when they first started. So when this part of the stream got clipped and circulated all over Twitter, I got an insane amount of backlash, and it snowballed into something much larger. Anyways, let's get into it. Underground culture vulture Cenat shows proof of him needing a music stylist when talking to Summrs' manager. I never listened to Summrs in my life. Wow, Kai, why lie and not say the truth? No PR stylist bailing you out of this one. I can't condone this. This clip got 2.9k likes. He shouldn't be allowed to speak on music ever again. What do you mean you never listened to Reno before? Someone said, it's not that serious. Not knowing who Reno is, but listening to Dior vs. You, yeah, sure, guys. So anyways, a little bit of context. If you guys don't know, Cenat is almost universally known these days as someone who doesn't have taste, like, at all. Like, not even one bit. Recently, like some months ago, Cenat started listening to, like, Dior vs. You, Until Japan, and everyone was like, yo, there's no way like he's actually going on SoundCloud and organically finding these artists himself. Somebody's putting him on, and they're joking that he's a music stylist. You know what I mean? Hence all the comments about him having a music stylist. For example, his stylist ain't put him on game quick enough, but somehow he religiously listens to Dior vs. You. At least he's honest. Yeah, at least he's honest. He's definitely heard of Summrs before though. Both his music stylist and emotion stylist wasn't there, so he had to raw dog this convo. Sorry, Cenat, I forgot to install the 2021 patch update. Cenat needs to be canceled for this. Wonder if being a music stylist pays well. And other people called Cenat a culture vulture. If you didn't know, Cenat was also named like the #1 most influential streamer in hip hop. And I think he was also on like Complex's hip hop, like media top 30, whatever it's called, like power players. He was like number 3 or something. So he definitely does, and they're not wrong about that. He definitely does have a huge influence. Probably should be Plaqueboy Max in my opinion, but whatever. Anyways, I feel like this clip shows 2 things. Number 1, and this is pretty obvious, Cenat doesn't really have taste when it comes to music. I don't think anyone's really surprised by this. And I'll explain this point further into the video, but I feel like the whole stylist thing comes from Cenat not coming off as a genuine person when he interacts with certain people and is just on stream doing his segments. For example, Cenat's whole like persona and his entire streams are almost like optimized in order for him to reach the most amount of people possible and like reach as many demographics as he possibly could. And because of that, he does things he's clearly not into. For example, pretending to listen to a certain type of rap music. But yeah, let's keep going. Anyways, after this clip went everywhere, a couple of like underground Twitter pages started posting like old Cenat fit pics, and it started there, but it went all over the internet. This is the first one. Yeah, pretty, I don't know. Yeah, trash fit, not gonna lie. Then there's this one. I don't know. It's kind of like a New York fit. Yeah, nothing crazy. Stylist saved his life, but I don't know. Even when you like see the pictures of him with like, I guess all this drip on or where it just doesn't even look right. And a lot of those pictures aren't even good. Someone else said, y'all forgot when he wore this shit. What was he thinking? Yeah, I don't know. He just got like bad style. And to be honest, it's pretty clear Cenat got some sort of like stylist in this corner, you know? But I don't even think that stylist is doing a good job because nothing he wears looks natural on him, to be real with you. It's just like expensive shit. Cenat is currently getting hate online for having a stylist, fit stylist, music stylist, reaction stylist, and the whole like funny thing about the whole stylist comment is that like, and this goes for like other rappers too. People will be like, oh, you got like a movie stylist, or you got like for example, Osama's son changed his profile picture to, I forgot, like a still from this one film, I believe. And someone was like, oh, he got a profile picture stylist, like he got a movie stylist. So it's almost like anything that seems out of any of these entertainers, like I'm gonna say like palette or range of taste. I don't know. Fans see through that so clearly, and they like immediately call them out for it. And I'm not gonna lie, it's funny as fuck. Here's some other like trash bit pics of Kai Cenat in NYC wearing Rick Owens and Chrome Hearts. So it said, bro has zero style. I don't know, like I almost feel like someone said that shirt is too white and the blacks don't coordinate. Could have done without the hat. Too much red in the pic. Could have worn red boots and shoes. I almost feel like he has somebody telling him what to buy, but like not somebody telling him like what to put on. Cause like, okay, the I Love MILF shirt is, yeah, not the thing. The pants too. Yeah, this is pretty trash, not gonna lie. The hat is cool though. I like the hat. Also, if you didn't know, Kai Cenat has a fashion series, or did have a fashion series on his YouTube channel. Wonder how that went. Anyways, after all of like the stylist memes, they started on Twitter, or people just hating on his bit pics. It started like just spreading to, I guess, the mainstream side of the internet. There's this emotional stylist meme trend on TikTok that went viral. But anyways, after this, I guess Kai consulted with his PR, and they were like, all right, you gotta do something about this. So I guess his whole strategy was like flip the stylist thing and own it. For example, he was calling Ray, or Ray called him. Ray is like this little bro Asian streamer that he put on and is cool with. He asked Kai if he could ski with him, and he said no because his lifestyles told him he couldn't. And then this other like girl called him, and he was like, I gotta hang up because my phone stylist told me no. And I don't know how he managed to do this, but he made like he's using like the least unfunny, like he's using the stylist term in like the least unfunny way. Like, what do you mean life stylist and phone stylist? Like, there's so many like funnier ways you could say it, but whatever. And like there was this one comment where they said this might be a 200 IQ play. Y'all know how people say jokes over when Mr. Beats gets in on a trend / meme. I think Kai finna pull one of those with the style. I mean, yeah, it's pretty obvious that's what he's trying to do, like own the whole like, oh, I got a stylist for this and that. But I feel like the root cause is still unaddressed. He's just so disingenuous sometimes. It just rubs a lot of people the wrong way. Anyways, this Summrs fan page on Twitter said, it truly makes me happy that the current wave of Kai Cenat hate is coming from him not knowing this man. Like a picture of Summrs. Man, everyone loved Reno. Humble king. Deserved. King Reno. The funny thing too is that like most of the time, Summrs, right? He like responds like this on the internet, but this time he didn't say anything. I just thought it was funny. And by the way, the whole stylist thing has been around. Let me explain. Like, I don't know, earlier this year, Kai Cenat got mad with his chat after they like kept saying he had a reaction stylist. But that's not even like the closest to how bad it was. Like there's like a video of Kai Cenat pretending to like know Cardi lyrics. I think it was on stage at Rolling Loud. There's also a point like on a stream where he did the same thing. This wasn't really like bad because somebody sent him this list, but I guess so. When Kai Cenat co-signed like Saw Baby's new project Saheem, everyone's like, yo, no way you're actually like a fan. You know, Saw Baby's been around forever. The main person who he reacted to, who really like got him exposed for not being like a real fan, and he didn't even do anything like blatantly wrong, was Ken Carson. Because I don't know, people could just tell like he wasn't really into the music or really understood what was going on, you know? And that happened after like a great chaos. But anyways, this one tweet kind of sums everything up. Nothing Kai Cenat does feels genuine or himself. It's like everything he does is like a team telling him to do it. Now, I'm not gonna lie, like, just to be clear, I think Kai Cenat is a great streamer and he can be entertaining, and honestly, like, he's crazy. Like, his work ethic is crazy. You know what I mean? Probably should have given that disclaimer at the very beginning of the video. Most people clicked off, but I'm gonna just say it here anyways. I feel like this boils it down to the core. If you go to like the replies, everyone's defending Kai, and I don't even think what this guy said was so like disrespectful. This one guy said, all homosexual white people hate Kai Cenat. This is how I felt for years, low-key. Okay, that guy wasn't. Touch some grass. But yeah, basically, I don't know, to me, everything Kai Cenat does almost feels like a performance rather than his true self. But I also feel like that's just what streaming has become, or kind of is, or you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you guys watch Jason the Ween. I don't really watch him, but I'll see like a lot of his clips on like YouTube, or I don't know, like Twitter or Instagram or TikTok sometimes. And he kind of blew up off doing like speed dating or like e-dating on like Discord and shit. And he'd also do like IRL versions. And I almost feel like his IRL stuff with girls and other segments he does is like reality TV, but for like teenagers and kids, you know, where it's like, you know, it's not actually real, but it feels real just based on the way it's being presented, if that makes sense. I just feel like Twitch streams distribute the content so much better because you can watch those like E-dates on YouTube. You can be watching it live. You can find those clips on like TikTok and Instagram, you know what I mean? Rather than just like episodes. But they kind of are episodes as well, if that makes sense. What Kai does is also similar to that. It's like reality TV, like all his segments with all these like celebrities or internet figures or memes or fellow streamers. And he's definitely like putting on fake personas in front of a lot of these people. And that's kind of just his whole shtick, you know? High energy, positive, going crazy. I don't know. And he beefs here and there, but that's really it. And at the end of the day, you also got to understand that most of the Kai Cenat's audience is like young teenagers. You know what I mean? Like they don't really have the consciousness to analyze his behavior or the way he acts. To them, he's just entertaining. But anyways, I feel like that's enough for this yap session. Take care. Peace. Bye.